This last video I just did, there's this guy. I always start off saying so at the start of my videos. I don't know why. This last video, there's this guy at the library that I always see. And every time I see him, there's people walking around synchronized and cars driving by synchronized. Then he's telling me that I'm a stalker. And we get in this argument. But then, I'm not so sure now. I don't know. Is he a stalker? Or is he another TI? And they're just synchronizing around him. Because if he's a TI, they're going to be synchronizing around him regardless. And then they're going to be synchronizing around me. And then all the gang stalkers be synchronizing around each other, synchronizing with each other, walking in and out. So it's I don't know. He might be another TI. Cause we got in this conversation and he was talking about, we were talking about gang stalking, we were talking about, how the government is involved in human trafficking and all that stuff. And it's he might be another TI. And there's just people synchronizing around him because he's a TI. And they're synchronizing around both of us, and they're synchronizing with each other. And they make it look like, to the TIs, like he thought I was a gang stalker, and I thought he was a gang stalker. But he might be another TI. This whole time I thought he was a gang stalker, and he might not even be a gang stalker. I do see him a lot. He seems to be syncing up with me a lot. And he's always at the library when I'm there. And I see him at other places. And he seems to be syncing up with me whenever I see him. So he might be a gang stalker pretending to be a TI to, gain my trust or whatever. You know? I think, they make it so, you don't know who's real anymore. So he might actually be a TI. Even though I see him syncing up a lot. I see him meeting me at intersections and things like that. I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on. But there's the possibility that he's another TI. And they just make it look like, to both of us, that each other is a gang stalker. And even if he's not a TI, then there's probably other TIs out here that when I walk by them, there's people synchronizing around them to make it look like they're another gang stalker. You know? They make it look to all the TIs like all the other TIs are other gang stalkers, so that you instantly assume that they're a gang stalker. And then you don't interact. You know? But, he was just saying all this stuff about, I don't know if he's real or not. we had a pretty deep conversation. He seems legit. That don't mean that he is. I don't really know. I guess time will tell. And there's this other guy who was the same thing. He was saying that he was a TI. that I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't know if he moved out of town or what. But he was saying the same thing, that he was a TI, and he was all mad because I was calling him a gang stalker. And he's like, no, I'm gang stalked too, dude. But I think he was a gang stalker, though, that guy, because he was always synchronizing. Like, he was just getting to the library right as I was, like, a bunch of times. He was just synchronizing with me like that. So I think that guy was a gang stalker. But this guy, I think he might be a gang stalker, too. But I don't really know. And that's just the thing. It's just, I don't know who is real anymore. There's a white SUV sitting in the parking lot right now. And he's probably sitting there waiting to pull off synchronized. And he's just sitting there like a loser, waiting to pull off when another white car drives by or something. That's probably what he's doing. There's just a white SUV sitting out here in the parking lot. And it's probably not a regular person. It's probably somebody who's paid to sit out here and then just wait for another car to drive by so they can drive off. They're just sitting out here. You're just going to sit in a parking lot and then wait for another car to drive by so that you can drive off synchronized. And that's what you're going to do with your life. With your minimal time on Earth, you're going to sit in a parking lot because someone told you to do it. You know, we only got 100 years to live. And you're going to spend your time sitting in a parking lot and waiting for another car to drive by so that you can drive off synchronized. That's insane. What a waste of life, dude. And then you're going to possibly come in the library and pretend to be a TI and have this fake conversation with me, pretending like you're not the ones that you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know if he's real or fake. I don't know what they're doing out there right now. I think I saw a couple of sinker heads. I saw a white car drive by and then a black car drove around the corner at the exact same time. I think it was sinker heads. And they're going to be back in a few seconds. If I just keep looking out the window, they're going to drive by again. And even if I'm not looking out the window, they're going to drive by. And they're going to make noises outside. Synchronize the noises. Not just noises. Perfectly synchronized noises. You know, it's not like, oh, you just hear a car alarm outside, dude. You're just being paranoid. It's just a car alarm, bro. Like, no, it's a car alarm going off the moment I stand up from a chair. There's multiple sounds outside happening at the moment that I do something. Just all day. Just a bunch of different sound effects outside happening at synchronized moments. And my refrigerator turning on and off synchronized. And all types of synchronizer things. And the street lights turning on and off synchronized at night. And my light in here flickering on and off. Or not flickering on and off, but like getting brighter, like flickering. Like it'll just get brighter all of a sudden. Or it'll like flicker. It'll get like dimmer and brighter. At a synchronized moment. Like right when I sit down or something. Okay, here's a silver truck parking. Is he gonna synchronize? He parked on the side of the street, and then here comes a white SUV out of the parking lot. A different white SUV, not the one that's parked. He's still sitting there. His lights on. And then right as this white SUV goes around the corner, the guy in the silver trucks closes his door. Gets out, closes his door right at that moment. And then he's walking through the parking lot. And he's going to synchronize again. I bet when he goes in the building, he's going to synchronize again. Yep, right as he goes around the corner, another car's driving around the corner. There's no other cars in the street before that. And it's turning into the parking lot. And then another car's coming around the corner. I don't know if it was synchronizing with that car. It was a little late if it was. Oh, here comes a white SUV around the corner. As another car's coming around the corner. And then nothing right now. And then that guy that I was talking to, he was like we were talking about all the different cars and all the different tactics they do, and all the license plates and all of the things. I don't know. He seems legit from that conversation. He seems legit, but like I just always see him. Like I don't know what to think about this guy. I'm just skeptical of everybody, and I see him a lot. I don't know. I thought he was a sinkerhead up until today, and now I'm not so sure, but I think he probably is. Most people are. Even if they pretend like they're not, and they pretend like they're a TI. I don't know. But then I left the library and he was out like flipping off cars. He's like flipping off the gang stalker cars. Like he was walking back the other way. I don't know. Like I don't know if he's real or not. Oh, this silver car goes around the corner, and then this other car comes around the corner at the exact same time. And then it's gonna sync up with another car probably when it goes around the other corner. Yep, it synced up with a white truck around the other corner, coming around another corner. And then the white truck goes around the other corner, and another car drives out at the exact same time. Or that's the same car, I think. And then another car drives out at the exact same time through the parking lot. And then another white truck comes out and syncs up with that car as it drives out of the parking lot. And I don't know if that was just another car that was just driving through the parking lot. And then this other car drives out, synced up with that car going around the corner. And right as it drives by the parked white SUV, it takes off. Now he's finally taking off, and right as he drives forward, another van drives around the corner. And he's driving out of the parking lot with his white SUV, Synchronmobile. He just sat there for 5 minutes doing nothing, just sitting in a parking lot, and then pulled off synchronized like I said he would. And he's just sitting there in a parking lot because someone told him to sit in a parking lot. and then wait for a car to drive by and drive off synchronized, and here goes more sinker heads, and this one car driving right by me, syncing up with the cars on the street, got an 88 license plate, and then it's going to sync up when it gets up to the street. What's going to happen right when it gets to the street? Oh, there's a guy on a bike right now, right when it gets to the street. There's a guy on a bike riding out around the corner right when that 88 license plate car gets to the street that was syncing up with all the cars on the street. And then the guy on the bike scratches his head right before he goes around the corner. I don't know if that was a sync, but they'd be scratching their head sometimes. Synchronized. It's just a thing they do because they're fucking weirdos. And they want to sensitize me to people scratching their head and coughing and normal things like that. And then this other guy was walking through the parking lot, and he walks around the corner right as a white car drives out, and another car, a silver car. They both drive out right at the exact same time. And then the silver car is turning into the parking lot, and another car drives out right at the exact same time on the street. And then it goes around a corner, and the silver car comes back around the corner and parks in the parking lot. And then a red and a blue car drive out at the exact same time around two different corners. And then right as the blue car drives by the silver car that just parked in the parking lot, the door opens on the silver car, and he gets out with red pants on. And then right as he walks around the corner, the blue car is coming around the same corner. The one that just synced up with him. And then it parks right as the white car drives out on the street. Oh, nothing synced up with the white car when it went around the corner. Now we just wait 10 more seconds and they'll be back with more cars, multiple cars all at the same time again. Weirdos.